Peace and blessings, y'all. This is your boy Gerald, and it is 2 days before Christmas. Now, I'm still working out the bugs in regards to converting to streaming. So I don't even know if this is being heard or because I can't see myself on the camera, but I'm not worried about that because the devil's a liar. But I know that I have a message for somebody. I know that normally during the season months, this is one of those times where your emotions can get the best of you. It can cause you to feel depressed and can also cause you to make decisions that are not in your best interest. We know this as emotional triggers. And I'm putting this message out for somebody because I have a feeling that somebody right now, you feel that you are alone. Let me tell you something. You're not alone. You never was. And maybe by chance the environment that you may find what you know as safety wants you to think that. I just want you to turn around just for a second. Allow yourself this moment to take in what I'm trying to convey to you. And I hope that what I convey to you, you hear it. So that means I need you to just give me a moment of your time. Because, see, I understand how precious time is because no one is promised the next minute, the next hour, the next day, the next year. Every day should be looked at or protected like your last. I say this because there will never be another you. There will never be another person that will see the world from your viewpoint. Yes, granted, we all have what we know as a commonality or a like-mindedness that is shared. These are the things that forge bonds amongst strangers and make strangers into friends. But I'm a firm believer of this. And I say this time to time in my videos. First of all, let me backtrack. If you don't know who I am, let me not be rude. My name is Gerald Davis. I'm a life coach, and I, just like you, I'm on my walk, my spiritual walk. And these are very profound times because you're starting to see things that may have you scratching your head. You're starting to reflect on things of times in the past. There is a reason for what is being revealed to you now. Now, it might not seem like that at the moment because you may be going through some things. You may be being tested, or you may be actually being chastised. There's a reason for that. You see, the greatest gift, correction, the greatest trick the devil ever used was to convince man that he did not exist. Now, before you turn around and cut this off, I want to ask yourself, I want to ask this question to you. Ready? Are you happy? That's right. I'm talking you feel emotionally safe. You feel protected. You don't have fear. That does not make up your logic and your decisions. You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder or remembering what you said in the conversation with the company that you kept. If you have those traits, those examples going on in your life, you're not happy. You're not, because you're allowing things to take away or rob you from you. Now, I have to ask you this. Do you see your worth? And what I mean is not what you're driving, not what you have access to, not where you lay your head, and not what you find in your closet. Because see, everything that I just described can be taken away in a blink of an eye, just like that. I'm talking about what's found within you first. And when I say that, I'll describe it as this. When's the last time that you told yourself that you loved you? I know somebody right now, I'm saying those three blessed words, I love you. And you feeling kind of awkward. You're feeling a little shook. You've got a angst in your spirit. There's like, I can't deal with this. This is not my cup of tea. Why is he coming at me like that? Then this message is for you. See, what you might not be aware of is your bonds, your friendships, and unfortunately, those who even still want to use the term of associates. See, if these people do not uplift you, these are the same people that are depleting you. They're depleting you of your natural resource, which is your spirit, your essence. That's right, Queen. You look in the mirror and you see the fraction of who you are. It doesn't matter who the image that you see coming back. You might think, well, Gerald, everybody tells me I'm a dime. Okay. But when you decide to have the courage to allow yourself to heal, you'll come to understand that you are worth more than a dime because you're priceless. But I understand we need not know what we do. I understand that. I was there. And each day I make a point to stay grounded. For those that are going through struggles with your finances, you may not realize the reason you're going through this is because there was something that was said or done and it was not fulfilled, or it was done not purely or by agenda. And guess what? You're feeling it now. So you got to understand, every time you breathe that precious air which makes us sustain life, as you exhale, guess what goes out with you? Your your essence, the things that are connections to you, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. These are the things that are the foundations of the makings of you. That's why there'll never be another you. You could come from a set of twins. Guess what? You each have your own separate DNA. Why? Because you each have your own individual spirit. So you're 2 days away from the most significant moment chronicalized on Earth. Now, I understand that there are some that are going to say, well, Gerald, if you're going to base it on fact, well, from planetary position, Christmas should have been in September. Listen, my focus is on this. At one time, Jesus Christ walked this earth in a human form. Now, you may acknowledge your belief system under your deity, and you have to make peace with that. I'm not going to sit up here and say other. However, I know I have a commitment by way of the Holy Spirit, by way of God, and I acknowledge his presence. So let's go back to this. If you're spending 1 second, one moment, having to constantly pick up the pieces, constantly having to shift things around to make them fit, constantly having to physically and emotionally push, pull, go beyond the call that is required just to have things run smooth, you may not be realizing, but you are in the midst of a block, a spiritual block, and you're being tested. And I think some of you know that. So while you're in the midst of your opening your packages, opening up your presents, enjoying your Christmas meal, the greatest gift that you're going to ever receive will not be found under that tree. The greatest gift that you'll ever receive is found inside you. I think I'm talking to somebody because there's somebody that's living a reality that from the outside, everybody, they're envious of you. You are the person that got it going on, that has everything that you want, but behind closed doors, you have nothing of what you need. It is like you living a double life. You're actually a prisoner where you lay your head. And you say to yourself, if I only had the courage to walk away, I would. If I only knew what was going on behind the scenes, I would have never placed myself in my reality. If this is you, what is being required is that you have that conversation with God. If you're tired of crying, if you're tired of hurting, both physically and emotionally, so you know what the byproduct is when you get tired emotionally? One of the known side effects you see this is emotionally you shut down. Sometimes it manifests as a emotional breakdown. Sometimes it manifests as slowly but surely you become numb or you become conditioned. You adapt the mindset of, well, this is all I'm going to have. This is my reality and I need to accept it. No, you don't. No, you don't. What is being asked of you is that you speak your truth. To speak your truth, you must allow yourself to be real. I'm not talking about being real to pacify your little fake friends because they're not your friends. Oh, no, they're not. They're just opportunists that have not been discovered. And I tell this all the time, an opportunist does not need your help to expose himself, but you do have to have the courage to see what is being shown through their actions. But what you'll come to realize is this: we attract what we are. So you got your boy, and he's the keeper of your secrets. But little do you know, he's the overseer of your pain. The moment that you decide not to do what he requires, he's going to shut you down. He's going to put you on blast. Oh, you got love for your little girlfriends, but it seems like every time that you try to better yourself, they're the first one to try to talk you off that action. They're the first one to say you can't do it. Who do you think you are? Oh, you think you there? You think you that? What you're realizing is what you're witnessing is a person that does not see their worth. You're looking at someone that is using their assertiveness to manipulate the way you think. Why? Because misery loves company. You don't believe me? Look at your friends. Look at yourself. Look at your status. And I guarantee you will see a mirror effect. The same thing you're doing, they're the same thing they're doing. And guess what? They don't want to change that situation. Because if they did, they would have got up and they would have left. No. So what makes you think that they're going to want you or support you to do the same back? They don't want you. They don't want you to grow. Mm-mm. They want you to destroy your life with your own hands. That's why I say to each and every one of you, we are living in last days because this is Sodom and Gomorrah. Things that should be not condoned are accepted, and things that should be uplifted are disenfranchised. That's not supposed to be your walk, y'all. That's not your life. Are you tired of crying at night? Oh, I got it. You so prideful. You don't even show your emotion. You stuff it inside yourself. When it gets too hot and heavy, what do? You pick up that bottle to numb yourself out. You decide to get high, or worse, you align yourself with a stranger that will never grow with you, but only stick around because it benefits them. I know I'm talking to somebody. It's time to end the pain, y'all. So we're in a period now where people are starting to wake up because what is going on now is people are dropping like flies left and right, and people are left scratching their heads and they're like, well, what happened to Sarah? I saw her last week and now she's gone. What you're witnessing is something that was spoken time and time again in the Bible. If you don't have a Bible, and I'm not going to beat your head up about go get you a Bible, go get you, no. But since we live in smart technology, you do yourself the greatest injustice by not even having the app. If you got so much energy to be a mover and shaker, why don't you invest in yourself for something better? Just get the app. You ain't got nothing to do. I challenge you just to open it and just look at it on your leisure. Because every day that you wake up, have to go in that medicine cabinet, take pills that only delay. Now you got to understand this too, y'all. There's no there's no money in cures. There's money in subscription. Come on now. We live in advanced times where there are remedies everywhere, but the best remedies that you're going to ever find are from the earth. You'll come to get that in the intended time. So what I'm asking each and every one of you to do, if you're tired of running from yourself, stop. If you got something going on that's holding you down emotionally, it's time to make peace with it. It's time to make those wrongs right. Because until you do, the life that is intended, the blessings that have already been given the moment that you took your first breath. You got to understand something, y'all. Your life, your legacy was always already written the moment you took your first breath. What's required is that you walk through your destiny. Because I'm telling you, there is a trade-off and a price to be you. See, the person that is destined to be you in the future is not the person that you was yesterday, but is truly requiring you make sound decisions today. So once again, look at your circle. If there's no happiness in it, why are you there? Why are you there? Only you know that. And just know this, that heart, that precious heart of yours, you have to protect that. When you decide to protect it, your boundaries will be fortified. Come on, queens. If you hear my voice, you will not find love looking for a man. Did you hear what I said? You will not find Mr. Right that way. Only thing you will find is Mr. Right now. That goes with you too, Kings. You're not going to find her. You're not going to find the one until you're ready. That means we both have to prepare. We have to do the work. Think of your life like a field, and you're planting seeds for tomorrow. All your dreams and aspirations are in the form of seeds, and you're planting those seeds. Now, you can go out to that field every day hoping for some type of growth, and you may see sprouts. You may even see spurts of growth that will inspire you to continue to cultivate the things that make up your life. But just know this, sometimes things come quickly, but the best things come in their intended time. So in lieu of that, you focus on yourself. You focus on the things that you put to the side. What about those hobbies that you enjoy? Yeah, those. Yeah, you know those hobbies that if your friends knew that that's what you like, I know I'm talking to somebody, they would mock you for it. Well, that goes to say once again, if they were your friends, why wouldn't they embrace them? You understand what I'm saying? And I'll say this and I'm going to wrap this up. Now's the time, more importantly, that you learn what the word friendship means. If you're not a friend to yourself first, you will align yourself with anybody. If you turn around and turn a blind eye to the things that matter, you cannot get mad for the outcome that is showing. You hear me, Queens? Stop going to the club thinking that your knight in shining armor is going to come up there and rescue you from yourself. That's your work. That's your destiny. That's what you have to cultivate. So if there's, and I got this feeling, there's somebody right now that said, well, Gerald, I'm waiting for the day that my last name changes. Well, when you decide to stop playing around with your life, I'm not talking living your life out of convenience. I'm talking about living your life transparent. I know I'm talking to somebody. You tired? You can get those. You can get them men from the outside. From the outside, you got it going on, but inside you broken. And the story plays out time and time again. It always plays out. I know somebody mad because I'm talking about you. He said, well, it sounded good in the beginning, and soon as I opened my legs, he was gone. You know why he was gone? Because emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you were burglarized. You allowed a thief into your temple, someone that should have never heard you breathe. And for that person that is snickering right now, they're saying, well, you know what? I prefer to do my dirt on my lonely, and I don't want to have nothing to do with love. You know, well, why are you surprised that you get the outcomes you get? Because trust and believe, it doesn't matter what material assets that you have. The moment that you allowed it in your life, it was already dated. Think, in other words, same effect. You go to a dealership, you get that car that you desire. The moment that it hits the street, the price goes down. So imagine this. If you're treating your life like you are a rental car, the stock don't go up. And what do people do with rental cars? They dog it out. They don't treat it right. That's not your life. And I got this feeling for somebody. This is to go out to somebody. You've been entertaining a conversation with somebody you know nothing about. And they want to show you some things you know nothing about that you're not built for. You're about to walk into your greatest setback if you go there. If you do not know anything about this person, why are you going to give your most precious gift? You may realize that you may be actually opening a door to your demise. And trust and believe when I say this, y'all, demons are real. No, they don't look like what you see in the sci-fi movies. That's the spirit realm. So guess what? The devil will use anything and anybody to take your life. So when you turn around and say, well, I just want a man that can do this, this, and this, guess what? He gave him to you. But guess what you won't find? He will never love you. He's incapable to, because he doesn't love himself. And another telltale sign is this: God is not there. He has no relationship with him. So guess what? Everything that he does will be set out to destroy you. That's why he's rough. That's why he disrespects you. That's why he may be that guy that is just has all the potential in the world. You can't live old with potential. And if they're not willing to invest in you, or better yet, why would you want to be with someone on your knees when they haven't earned the right for you to stand up and take your first step to your future? Something to think about. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your word. And for that, for that, for that, it helps me discern mine. I hope you guys have a blessed holiday, even better, a safe. Well, I'm gonna put a video out, and I'm gonna figure out this streaming thing because I've, that's all right. I'm gonna figure it out, and I would love to hear from y'all. Okay, you have a blessed Christmas. Peace.